Key topics that will always stay the same for retail grocery. Number one, it's making the customer happy. And number two is increase operational efficiency. What has changed is the possibility to use technology, especially AI solutions, to overcome these objections and to solve the challenges that we are facing in retail. The customer experience is not only in the store when we talk about retail. It starts also before the customer joins the store. It's in the store, but also after the shopping experience. And the retailer biggest tasks and the overall goal is to exceed or ideally over-exceed the expectations from the consumer while he's in the store. So the operational efficiency is not a nice to have. It's key for growth in retail. So retailers, they need to improve their margins for sure, like every company. And operational efficiency means definitely reducing the loss on a minimum or ideally eliminating the loss, and improve every process in the retail store and all of the retail store operations. Looking at the shopping experience and the process, we find out that the roots for an unpleasant shopping experience and inefficiency are usually the same. So solving the root cause of the problem, you make the customer happy on the one side and you improve the operational excellence of the retailer. Bizerba is a leading provider of retail solutions for the global industry. The systems we are providing to the retail industry using AI is supporting the operator to become an expert when it comes about food, fresh food. So they know all the details provided by the systems about where's the product from, what are the ingredients, what are the allergens, and with this information provided to the customer, they can be serving and they can serve the customer in the best possible way. We are coming from a world where we had traditional checkouts with cashiers in the retail industry. Now we are using technology for self-scanning, self-checkout, and various different technologies to give the customer alternatives. But they don't really want to have a connection with the AI, with the technology. They want to have social interaction, and the technology is something that should support the consumer to have the best shopping experience possible in the retail store. Losses are already generated at the first stage of the shopping tour of a customer. It starts typically in the fruit and vegetable area. So using self-service devices to identify the products, there are already mistakes. And with our AI scales and the object recognition that we are using on our systems, we are providing transparency and all data that is generated to the retailer to improve the shopping experience and identify potential mistakes that might have happened during the shopping process. That's on the beginning of the shopping tour, but also when we look at the fresh food counter, using sustainable equipment. What does it mean, sustainable? It means buying less, but buying reliable system that lasts longer. And using high quality equipment that supports the retailer, the operator, to reduce the shrinkage, for example, for food production, on a lowest minimum that is possible. Looking at our latest analysis, provided also by retail experts, we found out that out of 10 purchases, 3 will involve mistakes. And mistakes can happen by purpose or by accident. The AI and the visual recognition help us to reduce those mistakes to a minimum. So they help the customer to find the right products and improve the shopping experience. On the other side, they support retailers in reducing the loss. Once the customer enters the fresh food counter and wants to buy a piece of pecorino, for example, these AI scales support the operator to provide all relevant information around the product to the consumer. Informations like nutrition facts, traceability, place of origin, all these data can be provided to the consumer. Basically, using self-scanning improves the shopping experience. What is missing is the validation systems that gives the customer feedback that the job was done well. And if there is a mismatch, that supports the customer finding the mistake. The system does a benchmark between the scanned items and the items that are in the basket, in the trolley, and does a benchmark. The best AI or the best technology is the one that you don't notice. If we implement self-service scale, for example, we run it in silent mode. In silent mode means it's not really active, but we are learning. So we are teaching the systems about the pictures, about the appearance, about the products, about the shopping behavior. As soon as we have reached the level of accuracy that is relevant for the retailer, we can activate those solutions, and they are in real life environment and directly supporting the consumer during the shopping experience. The implementation is smooth without any interruption. There are huge differences in the retail industry globally. We have shown and proven that we are able to adapt to cultural differences and also different consumer behavior that we found in the different regions and different areas of retail. There are the retailers that are using the store for selling the products, providing a service to the customer, and there are retailers that use in-store production. They do fresh cooking, fresh preparation in the stores. All these kind of use cases we are addressing with our solutions, looking at scales, slicers, packaging machines, and also validation systems for the self-scanning and self-checkout. We are able, based on AI, to provide services for all these use cases in the entire retail industry. We are serving retailers globally in over 120 countries worldwide. So the experience over the last 160 years was implemented in our solutions. So we have learned how to understand, adapt, and develop the solutions. The consumer trend, the consumer behavior is changing and will change from day to day, from year to year. And that always happened in the retail industry. But what will always stay is that the customer wants to have a great experience, and the retailer need to improve the overall efficiency of the retail store operations.